Hello everyone, welcome to the 16th episode of my language commentaries. Today I'll be commenting on Brief Re-Encounter.
Oh, by the way, those trout flies I bought from you have been very successful. Especially the cocky fondue. Seems to attract the trout like a magnet.
I didn't know Miss Courtney liked fishing.
Yes.
Mr. Brown has no idea that is not a living thing.
Until then.
You feeling alright?
Whoever that was is probably Miss Courtney's former love.
Excuse me, please. Yes, Sally, what is it?
Please come quickly. We are having plenty trouble in the classroom.
So what do you mean trouble?
Maxi and Giovanni, they are murdering each other.
Well, it's a change to often see Ali and Benji often fight. Now we see Max and Giovanni fight. And it's Ali telling Mr. Brown about it.
You're sorry?
You hurt yourself and you make Giovanni think he was the one who gave the blow. Epic.
I will not have fighting in the class.
Fighting? It was more like dancing.
It's a throwback to season 1 episode 11 where Mr. Brown and Mr. Jarvis were actually dancing at one point, and then Giovanni said this is supposed to be a fight, not a dance.
Isa called me a wop. And he's calling me a greaseball.
Alright, for those who are not sure, a wop is an insult used against Italians, while a greaseball is an insult against people from the Mediterranean area, like Greece or Crete or maybe Turkey. So, and when I first listened to this episode, I thought Max said he called me a grease boy. I was like, you are from Greece, so how is that insult? Until I read up the wiki, and yes, Giovanni called him a grease ball.
Where would you take a check?
Czechoslovakia.
He's not wrong, because the question was not clear. Was it a regular bank check or a guy from the Czech Republic or Czechia? Anyway, for those wondering what happened to Czechoslovakia, they split up in the late 20th century. They split up to the Czech Republic and Slovakia, and now the Czech Republic, they have another name called Czechia, which is an informal name for their country, used to promote their country name.
If you felt ill, what would you do?
Go to bed.
Before that.
Take the clothes off.
Technically, he's right, because if you're not feeling well, you should take a rest for whatever you're doing.
Doctor, he listen and say. Alright.
So this uncle only had the minor, indisposition.
I hardly blame the doctor for that.
See, the doctor, he was driving them off.
That's really unhinged, and I really like how one is so serious about it, because he probably loves his uncle and he was not happy to hear that a doctor actually unalived him. So yeah.
Avoir du poids.
Excellent.
Merci.
Does avoir du poids?
Never heard of that before. Today, there's only most of the countries in this world use the metric system. Though there are 3 countries that still use the imperial system, namely the United States, Liberia, and Myanmar. Though the UK, some people say they still use the imperial system in the UK, but officially they use the metric, much like most of the world does.
Avoir du poids is French for have you some peso?
I don't get it.
Zoltan, no smoke.
Good for you, Zoltan. At least your lungs won't be unhealthy when you grew up.
Sweet or sweet, what's the difference?
Well, the difference is,
I love how Zoltan's agreeing with Anna.
Anna, that you must learn to say were and not the. Were.
The what?
Really good. Try again.
The what?
Try saying voa without the the.
Owa.
Almost. Try again, but this time don't say were, just were.
What?
Were. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
A wet weekend in winter.
Wet weekend in winter.
Very good.
Very good.
So what happened here was Anna switched her V for W. So instead of saying very good, she says very good. But yes, this is the second example of how Mr. Brown is a patient teacher. Not only did he help Sully fix her L and R sound, he helped Anna fix her V and W sounds, which is pretty impressive for him.
Where would you go to get some aspirin?
Tandoori takeaway.
Did Tandoori takeaway sell aspirin?
My jolly good friend who is working there always had plenty aspirin.
I meant to buy some aspirin.
Why should I be buying them? when I can be getting them from my friends or nothing like that.
He's right, you know.
Where do you go for aspirin when the tandoori takeaway is closed?
Oh, blimey. Taj Mahal Curry House.
Do you also have another friend in Taj Mahal Curry House who give you aspirin because they also have plenty of aspirin? Wow.
You have crowned my Albert.
You stupid fool, you crowned my Albert. I mean, Miss Courtney, why would you put flower pots near the window? It's not a very good idea, you know.
Enter. Hello, darling.
Notice if when Miss Courtney takes her glasses off, she seems more vulnerable than usual. Yeah, she seems much more vulnerable than usual because she actually likes a person when she takes off her clothes yes, that's what I meant.
Albert.
Dolores! Dolores!
This is the first time Miss Courtney's first name is revealed. Yes, that's her first name, Dolores.
Dr. 2P must have rolled away somewhere.
Mr. Brown wants to eavesdrop on their conversation so badly. Alright, notice Suli is not here. We have no idea what happened to her in this series, but let's assume she's busy or she's not feeling too well. But yeah.
How to improve your bus line, very educational.
You can borrow it if you wish to.
No, thank you.
For this word, what it means by improve the bust line is for women to improve their physical shape. And yes, obviously, Mr. Brown said no because it doesn't apply to men.
Football review.
Max loves football.
Cartoon capers.
I am reading all about Bugs the Bunny and Woody the Pecker.
Randy's the only student here who's reading comic books.
The world's most exotic dishes. I didn't know you were interested in cookery.
Oh, blimey. When I'm buying it, I did not know it was about cookery.
Well, why do you buy that? Do you think that there will be pictures of food? No, it's a manual how to make this food, how to cook this food. And if Sully was in this scene, Mr. Brown would say, Sully, the little red dot of Chairman Mao. Don't the Chinese think don't the Chinese read anything aside from this? China Mao is wiser than everybody. Chairman Mao is the wisest about everybody. We read the little red book every day. Yes, but I wished Sully was here so we could see that her conversation with Mr. Brown when he finds out what she was reading.
Knitting made easy.
And obviously he gave her back that because he knew how much knitting meant to Jamila because Jamila is very, very fond of knitting. In fact, you can see her knit in almost every episode she's in.
The money will go to charity.
Hey, who's this for charity you give our money to?
He took out his notepad because he wanted to get her number. Imagine if a girl's name is called Charity. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Hell quiet.
How much we pay, Guerrero?
10p.
He just gave up and decided not to even try. Wow.
A date with teacher?
Yes, all right, I'll accept.
Oh, good to like to go.
No, I mean, I'll accept your answer.
Ingrid is really flirting with Mr. Brown and attempting to go on a date with him. Would you take me to dinner and a date with teacher? Wow. Let's wait for Daniel's response.
Ranjit, how do you pronounce the following? B-O-U-G-H,
Bo-
C-O-U-G-H,
Cough.
and T-O-U-G-H.
You are trying to be catching me out.
And B-O-U-G-H,
Buff.
T-O-U-G-H,
Tough.
C-O-U-G-H.
Cow.
3 out of 3 wrong.
1,000 apologies.
If I remember correctly, the correct pronunciation should be Bo, Tough, and Cough. But I'm not sure about the Bo one though. Bo or Bao. I'm not very sure about the first word, but I'm very sure the other two words are tough and cough.
Right, Giovanni, what is meant by vice versa? On second thoughts, I won't ask you that. What is a diphthong?
You should ask him the formal question because the formal question is easier than a diphthong. And anyway, even without watching this show, I have no idea what is a diphthong. I do know vice versa means that let's say this fact is true and the other way round is also true. That means vice versa.
What does the term coup de grace mean? And don't you dare say cutting the lawn.
I've never heard of it.
It means the final stroke. It's French.
Oh, blimey. I'm having enough worries learning the English. It's in fairly common usage. 10p, please.
I don't think that was even in fairly common usage, especially in the modern world right now. Nobody uses that phrase anyways, and that to be fair, and on Ali's side, that question is very tough. I wouldn't even understand what it is. Now, do know that there are words in other languages that are inside the English language, but that coup de grace is something I never heard before. So even as Ali, I would have not understand anything about it. And yes, he is right. It's not even in proper English. So that question should not have been asked in the first place.
Give me an example of a principal clause.
Santa Claus.
Technically, he's not wrong because the most famous clause we all know is Santa Claus, but he meant C-L-A-U-S-E, not C-L-A-U-S.
As ugly as...
A sweet.
As ugly as sin. 10p.
It was worse.
And of course, Daniel had to take the opportunity to attack her rival Ingrid.
Thank you, Anna.
Anna is happy with her response.
80p in 3 minutes. At this rate, we'll soon have a small fortune.
80p in 3 minutes. Let's calculate that. So that is 1600p in 1 hour. That is that's 16 pounds in 1 hour. 16 pounds, well, let's assume 8 hours. That is 144 pounds in 8 hours, 1 day. And if in 1 week, that is, let's see, 15 pounds. I think that's around 1445. Let's see, 580. I think 580 pounds in 1 week, and that's 340 or 20 pounds in 1 month. So 220 pounds is probably worth like 6,000 or 5,000, or maybe 5,000 or 4,000, 6,000 pounds in today's time, and that's around 8,000 to 10,000 US dollars, which is pretty. If that is the rate you earn, that is not bad already in that for that time.
He's just come back from the Far East. He's been away for 20 years.
He's been away all right, doing some porridge.
For those wondering what he meant when doing some porridge, it means that the person is serving jail time.
Do you know what his speciality is? Finding lonely women, asking them to marry him, taking their life savings and scarpery.
Scarpery means I think it means that you spend a lot of money in a very short amount of time.
I've got a message for you from Miss Courtney.
Oh, yes.
Push off.
Push off is like the more polite version of fuck off.
What?
You and whose army?
Me and this army.
And notice that Mr. Brown enlisted the help of 7 nations, or a 7-nation army. So Ali is from Pakistan, Max is from Greece, Giovanni is from Italy, Zoltan is from Hungary, Ranji is from Punjab or India, Taro is from Japan, and Guan is from Spain. So Mr. Brown's 7-nation army. I did an edit on that some time ago, and it was really fun to make that edit.
Perhaps I had better be going.
Albert knew that he couldn't get through these guys, and Mr. Brown only asked these guys to pretend they want to fight. But if they had to fight, of course the guys will win.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
You have crowned Mr. Brown. Anyways, talk about what happened in the earlier, and that happened back to him. Karma, but yes. Thank you for watching the 16th episode of Mind Your Language Commentaries. As I said before, I'll try to finish season 2 by the end of this week or earlier and start on season 3. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. See you.